Hi everybody, it's Carrie again from Finding Value. This week we are going to be decluttering something super easy. I tend to have several bags packed for different things that I go to on a regular occasion, and that means I can just pick it up and leave, and everything that I need should be in there. So I'm going to show you a few examples of that today. I don't expect that there is a lot of things that I can garage sale or donate. I think it's mostly either trash or keep in these bags. So I'm gonna see and count how many pieces of trash I can collect and get out of these spaces that I use on a regular basis. I'm going to try to take a guess and see how many pieces of garbage that I can recycle or throw away out of these 3 bags. I am going through my laptop bag, my library bag, and my Bible study bag. If I had to guess, I would say there's probably between 30 and 50 pieces of extra garbagey things that we do not need to keep in there. So I'm gonna challenge myself and say we can get to 50. I hope that we can find that many, and we'll see. Maybe I'll surprise myself and there'll be a lot more. The first bag that I have here is my Bible study bag. I actually typically attend 2 Bible studies throughout the week, so I stick those in here along with a journal for keeping track of prayer requests and some pens and different things like that. So those are the things I want to keep in here, but I think a lot of other things have accumulated. Let's look inside this bag and see what's in here. Our last Bible study, it's a Beth Moore Bible study on Galatians. I would say that Beth Moore is my favorite Bible study author. This is maybe not my favorite one that she's ever done, but pretty much everything else I've ever done of hers I was in love with. Notebook is all full. I actually just need 1 page in here that I revert back to, so I will be taking that out and getting rid of the rest. This so far has been a really good study. It is called Forgiving What You Can't Forget by Lisa Turkhurst. And we started it and never finished it because we just ran out of time. So we actually liked it so much we're going to start it over in the fall and finish it because we really only got a few weeks into it. So this one I got to keep in the bag. Another notebook. Another notebook. This is the one I've been keeping prayer requests in. My Bible, bookmark handmade by my friend. I have no idea why this is in here. Probably from a travel I did, but that definitely does not need to be in there. Lots of papers, pens. Okay, I'm gonna sort through these and see what I need to keep. Clip, a wrapper. I looked through every paper and every book, and I came up with a giant pile of things that I no longer need to have in my Bible study bag. This is going to feel so light and freeing. It's going to be awesome and a really good way to start off again in the fall, since that is when my new Bible studies will start. So what I'm going to do is just put this small little pile, I think it's 3 pages of things that I do want to keep and look back to sometimes. That relate to my Bible study, so I'm going to stick these in this little pocket in here. I also have a chapstick in there that I find is kind of handy to have. I'll have some of my favorite pens in the bottom of the bag, and my Bible, bookmark, and also that Bible study that I will be starting up again in the fall. We'll go inside. I like to have 1 journal in there. I don't need 4. Here is the large pile of trash and recycling that I got out of this tiny little Bible study bag. I will be so relieved that these will be gone. Now my bag is completely cleared out and ready for any new Bible studies that I have in my future. If you are new to my channel, I just wanted to let you know that this year in 2021, I am going through 52 spaces in my home, highly decluttering them and showing you the progress I'm making. I am hoping to encourage you to do something similar if you need to, so that your space can just feel much more peaceful and that you will have a lot more time to focus on the things that you value. I will link in the description box below the playlist for my whole house declutter series of 2021. Every single video that I've done so far in order. The next bag that I have here with me is my laptop bag. Now we do keep a few laptop accessories in here, so I'm gonna look through these. I also may have stuffed some paperwork or different things like that in here that I no longer need in here, so I wanna make sure this is all cleaned out and very functional for me. The laptop is getting a little old, but it still works for us, so we have found we really like the apples. I have this little thing to put on my lap. Those come in handy. Actually, these are extra Bible study pages that I never completed. Stuff from the library. Plastic bag. For DVDs. Some extra cords. I think that's empty. Papers. Flash drive. Cords and part of a pen. Probably don't need that. Pens. Pen. A few other things that go with our computer. And some miscellaneous items. Pens, cords, papers. Okay, I'm gonna look through all these and see what I need to put back in my bag. Okay, I have a little pile of things that I can recycle. That's always good. Putting a couple of these items back in the laptop bag so I know for sure where they are when I need them. We have the cord here. Haven't been very good at keeping that in a separate little pocket here, but I think that's a good idea, just so it doesn't get squished. I don't know what this cord is for, so I'm gonna have to ask my husband about that one, but if he doesn't know, we'll probably end up getting rid of that. I believe this is our second cord like this that we got with our laptop, and this is our second Mac laptop, so I think that we don't need this one either because we got rid of our other one and still have not needed it, so that one will probably go. I do kind of like keeping my flash drive in here. I've been trying to keep pictures on here. I don't know. You guys probably all put them in the cloud. I love putting them on Google Photos, but I think my Google Photos is getting full, and I just worry that I'm not gonna always have access to that. So what do you guys do? Do you just keep them in the cloud? Do you keep them on Google Photos? Do you try to have a second way of saving them? What do you do? I would love to hear. I'm kind of stuck on that. So one other thing that I like to do is keep my Fitbit charger inside this bag. So I attach it to my laptop and that's how I charge it. So it's nice to just keep it in the spot that I am going to be looking for it and using it. And then we bought this so that we can have DVDs with our laptop, because our laptop does not allow for DVDs to be inserted in it. So we'll keep that in this extra pocket too. This is the pile of garbage and recycling that I had in my laptop bag. I am so happy that these will be gone and the bag will be more functional. Now this laptop bag is emptied out and only has laptop accessories inside the compartments. If you are one who goes to the library with young children weekly, I would really recommend a small rolling bag like this one. Doesn't look that small in this video, but it's kind of like a suitcase, but on the small side. So at first I was a little bit embarrassed when my husband said, hey, why don't you bring this so that you don't have to carry and lug around all those books all the time. And I thought, well, that's kind of big and I don't know about that. But we filled this puppy up. So I have let go of the not wanting to look silly having this big bag, and I've had several compliments on it actually, like, that is such a good idea to bring a rolling bag like that to the library so you don't have to carry these heavy books. So I am going to go through this bag. I actually kind of had in mind that this bag might have the most garbage in it, because we always get these little receipts at the library and papers that we don't end up taking out of here. So I'm gonna go through this and clean it out. Ooh, nothing in the front pocket. Nice. Oh, okay, we have a few bags here. That was for potty training times, I think, or diaper changes. I used to, apparently I still do, bring markers to the library, because a lot of times there will be challenges where you can draw something about a book that you read and then maybe win a prize. So I liked actually sitting down at the library and doing that with my children. So we would pack some markers. These are one of those challenge type papers, which we haven't completed yet. If you are one of those people who doesn't like to go to the library because you just feel like you're going to lose something, I have a couple tips for you. We typically don't leave the library unless we have a certain number of items. Typically it's anywhere from 20 or 25 or 30. If it's a really fast trip, we might leave with 15. But I like to have it on one of those numbers, because I know in my head that when I'm looking for things at home, it has, the number that we took from the library has to end with a 5 or a 0. Otherwise we're missing something. We're usually not missing 5 or 6 items, right? We're usually missing 1 or 2. So that really helps me to know how many items we are looking for. I also tend to try to keep things in this bag, or a basket that we have downstairs for movies, or a book basket that we have in our kids' bedrooms. And that helps us be able to have certain places to look, but it's also easy access so that we use those items that we did get from the library that week. Oh yes, here's that mess I was talking about. Loads and loads and loads of papers and receipts that we didn't need. I have stopped asking for a receipt at the end. It usually asks me if I want a receipt or not at checkout, and I say I don't want one. But when we request items ahead of time, it usually does have a slip of paper in every single item, saying that it is under our name, so we can just grab it off the shelf. Papers and papers and papers and papers and papers and papers. Yep, more papers. And a sock. Why not have a sock in there? I only put the library items that we had checked out back in this bag, along with that small packet of markers. Well, I surpassed my goal. When I counted all of the recycling and the garbage, it added up to 83 items. That's crazy. I can't believe that many pieces of trash were in those 3 bags, but it just adds up over time, doesn't it? There were 76 items to recycle and 83 items total to get rid of, so that is amazing. In one of my videos that I did recently, I left room in our master bedroom closet for these 3 bags that I am going through today. I have not really had a good home for these 3 bags, and I really thought that the bedroom closet would be the right spot, because I keep tending to put them in my bedroom anyways, but I don't want them sitting out all the time. So I went to Target and got these clips. They're 3M clips. They should hold up to 7.5 pounds. That should be plenty for the things that I am hoping to hang on the wall there. And I will let you know how these work. I think that this will be a good solution. I was kind of just wanting to go the cheap route and stick a nail in there. My husband thought we'd get a little scratched up with that, and plus we don't have a stud finder, so that might have been a little bit tricky. So we're going to try this route. I hope they work. Now's the time to make a home for these 3 bags. If you like watching videos like this where you get to see people go from a mess to a little bit more organized, this is a channel for you. I would love for you to subscribe so that you can see those videos, and especially if you are on this road to decluttering and need a little bit of encouragement, I would love to help with that process. So I hope that these videos are inspiring to you. Like I said earlier in the video, I will have my whole playlist for my whole house declutter series in the description below, so please check that out.